What's up, Charlie? It's good to see you in here already. How was your week? What's up? What's up? What's up? How are you, Tyler? Case, what's up? I'm a little early, a couple minutes early, but I didn't want to keep sitting here for another 5 minutes, so I said, "The hell with it, we'll go live." I was ready. I'm sure you were. Week was good. Resting a bit. That's good. Glad to hear that. How has your week's been, Case and Tyler? We have a lot to rank. About 23 songs, yeah. Um, Physically, I've been fine. Mentally, not so much, but I'm here. Um, I've kind of been needing this stream, so you got a raise? That's amazing. I'm glad to hear that, Tyler. Case, you said you got sick? I hate being sick. Being sick's like one of the worst things. At least for me, like I hate it. I just hate not feeling good. Yeah, we got to see them in 3 months. Almost 3 months to the day, 2 days ago. This is exactly 3 months. Whenever I get to go see them. Case, you're creeping up here in about 2 months. Yeah, that's why I was kind of hoping the weather has been working out last couple Fridays because if it did snow, I wouldn't be able to go live. We got some ice, I think Tuesday, I think it was. We're supposed to get some mix tomorrow with rain, and then next Thursday, I think we're supposed to get a good bit of snow. So cross our fingers, I'll be available for next Friday night. But we're here. Since you guys are here, I guess there's no point of waiting around. We will start some discussions. Um, so black ice? Um, no, it wasn't black. It was just regular ice, as far as I can tell. Um, but I like the joke. I like the joke. But what do you guys think? We'll start with before we get into the song rankings. What's your guys' opinion on Rock or Bust as an album? I think it was as good as it could have gotten for the 6 years between Black Ice and that. I think the album is overall. There's probably, I would say, about 9 good ones. Charlie, you didn't like it at all? I think there's about really 9 solid songs on here, and then there's 2 that are not so much. Yeah, I kind of knew what my top 4 at least were gonna be. I knew what the bottom 2 were gonna be, so then the other ones in between were the hardest ones. I think people overhate Rock or Bust, in my opinion. I think it's a really solid album overall. Like I said, there's probably about 9 solid songs, and there's about 2 or 3 just okay. But I think it's really good. I think it's really good considering late in their career and not knowing if we were going to get anything after Black Ice at the time. I thought it was a pretty. I think it's a really solid one. At least it's not at 11. If it's a 10, then I can't be too upset with you, Case. But if you guys want to, we can get right into it if you want. Um, but number 11, we might as well just start. You guys are here, so number 11, I have Sweet Candy. I just never really liked the song. You said Rockabus has some good tracks and not some good ones. You'll be surprised at my number 4 for this. Same kind of vibe as Black Ice. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a really good one. But yeah, I just figured we'd start. Tyler's got hard times. Charlie's got hard times. See, I think hard times is a little bit overrated. I mean, underrated. I think you guys put it down a little bit too far. At least for me. Case put Rock the House. I don't hate that. Okay. Um, I don't know. I just never got the hype over Sweet Candy. I just don't like it really a lot. I, the chorus is what throws me off on that song. The whole like, what do they say? Clap clap kneel or something? And Sweet Candy. I don't know. I like the riff. I just don't like it lyrically as much. Um, you said you apologize to Give It Up hard time. No. See now, at least not to me. I think Give It Up is more of a filler than Hard Times. I don't know. It's something weird about Sweet Candy. I just never got a good vibe from it. Like I don't know. It's hard for me to say I don't like something. Now, granted, Sweet Candy, if I hear it on a shuffle, I'll listen to it. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to listen to Sweet Candy. But you guys, the hate for Hard Times is kind of, yeah. You guys are gonna hate the list then. You guys are gonna hate my list tonight. I'm just telling you that right now. Could never get into it at all. I mean, that's your opinion. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I'm sure you guys have Sweet Candy higher than 11, obviously. Um, I get it. I get it. It's not for everybody. Like like you guys hated Let's Make It, and I have it at 4. Some songs are just not for everybody. What'd you say? We still have Power Up. Oh yeah, that's also gonna be a problem. I'm sure. Uh, yeah, you guys are gonna hate the way that starts when we get to it. Would you say, Charlie? It does though. What are you talking about, Charlie? When you said it does? What part are we discussing here? Kay said Hard Times rocks. Oh, I think it does too. Did I miss that? Tyler, are you saying an oddball pick when Power Up is my least favorite? Is that what you're saying? Like on the Power Up ranking? Um, but still see it as a filler. I mean, Hard Times. It's better I think than most people give it. Wait to see what Tyler. Sorry, I meant a popular one. Yeah, that's all the farther I'm gonna go with that. It's a song that I just people for some reason love, and I just don't like it as much as everybody else. But we'll get into it. We'll get to that later. Case. Sorry to burst your bubble, but no, Witch's Spell is definitely not at 12. But anyway, not gonna say who has it. Okay, something you would do. I have another song that I think most of you like that I don't, but like I said, we'll keep that when we get to Power Up. But yeah, number 11, Ice Sweet Candy. Number 10, I have Misadventure. What do you guys got? Tyler's got Rock the House. Case has Sweet Candy. I don't hate that. Rock the House at 10. Tyler, I don't really hate that either. That's kind of respectable. Okay. Time to end the stream right now. Tyler's put Dogs at War at 10. That's a disgrace. Kurt, what'd you say? I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry about last time I was on your last. I didn't see you come in last week. Wait, did I? Was Kurt? Guys, you remember if Kurt was here? Was he here? Was he here for Black Ice? I don't remember. That was a week ago, and I can't remember. Well, Kurt, if you weren't here, we're ranking Rocker Bust and Power Up, and we're just at number 10 on Rocker Bust. So if you have your list, I can't remember. Thank you. But Kurt, yeah, we're ranking Rocker Bust and Power Up, and right now we're on number 10 of Rocker Bust. So if you have your list, great. If you need to make your Power Up list, go ahead, ranking them from your least favorite to favorite, and you can join in with the rest of us. Like I said, we normally go one by one from 11 to 1, 12 to 1, however many songs are on there. I had to leave because of dinner. That's right. Forgot about that. Sorry that. What'd you guys say? Ty? Did I say Tyler? This week's been long. I meant Charlie has Dogs of War at 10, which is actually surprising. Case said Dogs of War Misadventure at 10 hurt my soul. Yeah, I think the stream already ended, Kurt, by the time you were able to come back. But it's okay. You're here now. So, what'd you guys say? Very surprising. You think Misadventure at 10 is bad, Case? I mean, I had to go back and listen to this album when I ranked it, and I realized there's just a lot more songs that I prefer than Misadventure. Case's top 3 are always going to be something just insane. Just like he had Brain Shake at 1, he had probably something else high. What else did he have that's up top? He had... No, I don't think he had too many interesting ones, at least recently. Let's just say you'll see. I love how random his is. Yeah, Case's lists are 100% random. I gotta go back and see what you guys said because I was talking. Rock the House, Sweet Candy, and Dogs of War. Yeah, Dogs of War is kind of wild, Charlie. I'm not gonna deny that. That's kind of insane. I figured most people would like Dogs of War. Case, I don't. Yeah, Sweet Candy at 10's fine, and Tyler Rock the House at 10 is also fine. I don't hate either one of those choices. You can play Rocker Bust and Baptism by Fire. Do you play the guitar, like the lead guitar? Or do you play like Stevie's part? Do you play Angus's part? Like, do you play what instrument do you play, Kurt? I don't. If you told me, I'm forgetting everything. It's been a long week for me mentally, so I may not be completely all here. House of the Rock variety, for me, is the same as War Machine. Yeah, because you have War Machine down too. Not easy to play. I'm impressed. Yeah, Baptism by Fire would be just Malcolm's part, just rhythm. Oh, okay. That's cool though. I think Malcolm's part can sometimes almost even be a little bit more difficult at times. I feel like, at least to the ears, it sounds like it's a little bit more difficult. So that's cool. I'm glad you can play because I am not instrumentally skilled. I had to really be careful how I said that because it was a big word. These two Malcolm Young profile picture confusing. Yeah, Tyler's got one and Kurt got the other. That's awesome. So yeah, number 10 is Misadventure. Number 9, I have Rock the House. So again, I don't hate where you guys put Rock the House. I just liked it a little bit more. Tyler's... Are we at 9? Oh yeah, 9. Tyler's got Emission Control. I think another tie. You guys are tying. I'm not tying with anybody. Emission Control is really good. I like it better than Misadventure. Yeah, I have Rock the House at 9. Yeah, you guys are having a good old Thai fun over there. I'm just completely by myself out here tonight. I feel like that's going to be a theme for the whole stream tonight. Too low? You guys think not far off? No? I mean, like I said, Rock the House I just liked a little bit more than Misadventure and Sweet Candy. I actually had to jockey my list around before we went live because certain things I just had to change. And of course, my lists are not solidified until the stream starts. So I had to go back. Because I forgot to change them way earlier, and I had to mix some things around. Rock the House indeed rocks. It does. It's a lot better than most people think, but it sits at number 9 for me because there's certain. Of course, I like 8 other songs over Rock the House. Well, since you guys three tied, I mean, obviously you guys have Emission Control at 9. You guys must all feel the same way about it. I mean, granted, I'm not far off with Emission Control, but that's how I feel, Charlie. I like Emission Control. Like I said, mine's not too far off of your guys's, but I just like a lot more songs better. I'm going to leave this on instead of turning it off. I have to bring our dog. Yeah, you're good. You're good. It was hard. I had to take my time too, but then Tyler, I had to change certain things after I listened to the songs again because my thoughts of the songs originally, because I ranked them without like listening to them for a while, and then when I went back and listened to the album, I had to change some things around. Um, but like I said, my lists once the stream starts, where my lists are is how they stand. I'm not going to change anything once we go live, but the next 5 songs, not really for me. Like I think everything on my list is pretty much where it's going to be. I don't think I'm going to move anything up or down. There is one song on this list you guys are going to freak out that I have in a lower spot, but it's okay. But yeah, my number 9 was Rock the House again. Nothing super wonderful, like not super blown away with it. It's just a really solid song, and I think it deserves at number 9. You guys with me were Mission. Oh, that's right. You guys also did Mission Control. Talking about Emission Control, that's my number 8. My number 8 is Emission Control. I really like it. I think pretty much from here on up is the best part of the album. From at least 8 to 1 is probably the most songs I listen to the most. That's amazing, Kurt. Rock and Roll Blunt. Case, I hate you. Yeah, you guys aren't gonna like where I have that song. Tyler and Charlie tied again. Number 8, Sweet Candy. You guys like it a lot better than me. I don't. I don't think I'm gonna tie with anybody tonight. I'm gonna make that bet. I'm not. Well, at least not on Rock or Bust. Power Up, I might tie with someone. I don't know. Maybe not. I feel like you guys are all gonna have different number 1s for Power Up. Actually, no. You got 3 out of the first 4. It's my favorite. We're not at 7 yet, Kurt. We're at 8. Unless that's what you meant to say by number 8. I mean, yeah, but yeah, we'll get to 7 in a minute. So, Case, I know you've talked to me about Rock and Roll Thunder before, but why do you hate it so much? Or should I say blunder, as you call it? And you and Charlie and Tyler, what makes you like? Clearly, there's something you guys like about Sweet Candy more than me. Um, Tyler, I'm the same way. I'm not going to say where it's at, but Case, why do you hate it so much? I mean, or maybe not hate is not the right word, but why do you dislike it as low as you do? Because it blows? Not really. I think I actually, speaking of Rock and Roll Thunder, since you brought it up, I actually like the live version of it way better than the studio. I like how they slowed it down live better than the faster sound. Yeah, Case, that is a rocker bust answer. Tyler, what'd you say? Sweet Candy's a different, and I respect different tracks. I mean, that's fair. I just could never get into it like you guys couldn't get into Hard Times. Or whatever you guys put down at 11. I think it was Hard Times. And that's whatever. Also, just want to let you guys know, um, next week, next Friday stream, the 21st, make sure you have your um, album rankings. We're gonna rank the albums next Friday of number 18 and number 1. Just pretty much on how you like the albums. So that should be an interesting conversation there. I had to change some things because I had to think about mine, as in if I were to sit and listen to them from start to finish, which ones would be at the bottom and which ones were at the top. Also, again, we're doing international, so make sure you include 74 Jailbreak in that listing. But yeah, next week is going to be, like I said, album rankings. And the following week, the 28th, is when we're going to start the song battle to see which is voted the best song out of you guys and me, because I'm going to have my opinion in it as well. So with that one, we're going to have 94 matchups out of 188 songs. There's going to be 94 matchups the first week, and then that's going to be divided into half again. So the second week, March 7th, I think it is, we'll have 47 matchups, and then since it's an odd number, it'll be interesting how we divide that down. There might be one song that doesn't get a matchup that I guess either gets thrown out immediately or moves on. So we'll have to see. Kurt says Sweet Candy, but it doesn't get me motivated enough to like other songs. I mean, that's why I had it at 11. It just, they could have dropped that. I think I would have been okay. That's just me. But yeah, my number 8 again was Emission Control. Let me see what you guys said again. Sweet Candy for Charlie and Tyler. Rock and Roll Thunder for Case, which is just an interesting comment. So yeah, here's one for you. Here's one that's gonna get you guys' tail feathers ruffled. Um, Number 7, I have Baptism by Fire. I can't wait for the hate for this one. Tyler and Charlie again have Misadventure tied. Case has Tyler. You have Baptism by Fire kind of low too. I figured I'd be the only one to have it low. Would you guys say Case has Rock or Bust? Which you are insane, Case. I think you have a bad taste in their music. Baptism at 7. Yes, Case. I have it at 7. I prefer the live version better, but even then, it doesn't stand to the rest of the album, in my opinion. It does. Baptism by Fire does get tiresome more than some of the other songs. It does. I mean, it's, like I said, it's not bad. It's in the great part of the album, but it's not number 1 at all. It did work well live. I like the live version. I just don't care for the studio version very much at all. I'm curious to see if Charlie and Tyler are going to tie for like the rest of the album. Not far from me, Charlie? Interesting. Wow, maybe you guys all agree with my, except for Case. He's not going to agree with the baptism opinion. But I think Charlie and Tyler are on the same case as me. One missed song? Top two? You guys are going to have basically the exact same list. I see how Case has vanished since I put baptism at 7. Oh yeah, it is still good. It's still a good song. After a while, I just get tired of it. I'm actually surprised they didn't play anything off Rocker Bus on the Power Up tour. I figured they'd carry something over here. Or, carry something over from the last one. You're still here? You're just kind of upset that I have baptism at 7, right? I have a feeling tonight's stream is going to be quick. I don't like it to be quick, but it may play out that way. Just waiting for 6. Well, I don't like to speed through these lists, okay? I like to take my time, talk about things, because if we just went quick, the streams would be like a half hour if we just went fired right down the list. I don't like that. Okay, Tyler, you're right. Case's list is a wash at this point. He's got the title track at 7, so he's just insane. I think that sickness he got over the week has went to his brain. But no, I like to take my time with my streams. I don't like to rush them. Plus, I like to see your guys' comments load in before I move on. I think they're a little delayed, as stream comments typically probably are. Just a little bit, like maybe 2 seconds. So I just like to make sure I see all your guys' comments before we move on. Rock best, so yeah. Okay, number 6. I got Hard Times. It's a banger. Hard Times, I think. It is. Case. We got a tie for once. I like Hard Times. I think Hard Times is a really slept on track. I wasn't a fan of it before, and then the more I listened to the album, has some, yeah, it does. Your prediction was wrong. Tyler and Charlie yet again. Baptism by Fire at 6. You guys are going to keep tying, I think, the rest. At this point, it's almost a given you guys are probably going to tie for the rest of the album. Except maybe a couple songs. The Case, I love to see that you and I give Hard Times some more love. The song just gets slept on. How many is this now? 5? Is this 5 songs in a row for you guys, or yeah, 5 is the record? What's the record for most ties? Let me count for most ties with someone. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the record for most ties total, not in a row, was with I had 7 ties on Ball Breaker total, not in a row, but yeah, 5 is the record. I've had 4 in a row at one time, but I've had 7 total ties on Ball Breaker. Yes, it was, Tyler. You and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 6 total ties together and the other one was with Charlie Alone. I tied with Love Bomb. So yeah, let's see if we can't break the record of ties with 7, which I think we already have at least 6. Because you guys have 5 and Case and I have 1. So we're probably going to break that record tonight. Yes, Hard Time is a really good one, Case. I'll agree with you. 6-1 pretty much is the best 6 songs on the album. I'll agree. I feel like I may tie with one of you for number 1. I have a feeling one of you will have my number 1. Maybe not. Okay, what'd you guys say here? 6. Let's see. Charlie said 5. 5 by my count. Yep. Hard Times being one of the classics. Yep. Might be not, but this is still crazy. Tyler, the way you and I typically have a lot of similar ones in the top 5, you and I could be at number 1. But we'll get to number 1. So, yeah, Hard Times is great. Slept On, great track. I will actually really go back and listen to Hard Times quite a bit. I agree that the song I have at number 1 has always been a top 5 song. It has definitely jumped over the years in placement. But I think as it sits today, I'm perfectly confident in putting it at number 1 and keeping it at number 1. You would rank Hard Times at 8, Kurt? I love it. I think it doesn't get as much appreciation. I think it's hidden. I guess we'll see, Charlie. We'll see what's at number 1 when we get there. Is it true that my lists are wild? Yes. See, Tyler and I aren't on the same page as Hard Times. This is why I love these lists, though, because I get to see everybody's, pretty much what they like and what they don't like. And it's kind of wild to see how different some of us fans are. True fans, I should say, not these fake ones that keep bullshitting with everything. But us. No, you don't have to say sorry to me, Tyler. You like what you like. We like what we like. We'll get to Wild Reputation in the next album, Charlie. But yes, Case, they do have a wild reputation. I see what Charlie did there. But yes, Case, your lists are wild. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Brain Shake, Shake a Leg, Go Down on Wheels. See, 3 of the 4. Go Down I could see, but I had to put Overdose. But Wheels at number 1 is kind of at Love Hungry Man at 2. You like a lot of the songs I think a lot of people don't. Is the thing, and I like a lot of songs that people don't as much. Some of them. But anyway, let's get into the top 5 of Rock or Bust. Captain Leo is back in town. Yeah, he is. Number 5, I have Dogs of War. This is easily a top 5 song off the album and should be. And then 2's up at 10. Yeah, you got Bad Taste. Wheels is bad shit crazy. You're right. It's a good song. It's just not number 1 worthy. Tyler's got some Rock and Roll Thunder at 5. I have Dogs of War. I think it deserves to be in the top 5. Rock the Blues Away at 5. I don't hate that. Case and I have Dogs of War. That's right. Okay, Case, we're 2 in a row. So that's 7 ties there. So I think we're definitely gonna break it now. Kurt, I agree with you. Dogs of War is killer. That would have been a song that I would have loved to hear live. I think Dogs of War could have been played live, but maybe they felt like it wouldn't work. Yeah, I can't say I hate anybody's top 5. Not that I would hate anybody's choices, actually hate. I pick with you guys hate, but not. I don't actually hate any of your picks. Yeah, like I said, Tyler, I'm also impressed with everyone's choices. Very good choices. Do you think they could have done Rock the Blues Away live? Since Charlie put it at 5, do you think they could have? Do you think that song would have worked? I think Dogs of War could have worked. Case, I'm only joking. I don't physically hate you for putting Thunder at 8. I question you, but I don't hate you. See, everyone loves it. Kurt's even giving some love to Thunder. Isn't it crazy how we think of songs that could have been played live? Like, I always wonder what makes them choose the songs to play live and what they didn't. Like, what did they think about, like, going into 2016 to put Rock and Roll Thunder in the set over, for example, Dogs of War, Rock the Blues Away? It's interesting. I would love to know their thought process in choosing songs for the set list. If I could ever sit down and talk to him one day, which would be a dream, that's what I would ask. That's what I would ask. Like, what makes you guys choose certain songs for the set list? So, what do you mean similar to Anything Goes? Isn't good? I'm assuming, Charlie, that's what you mean by Anything Goes. That it worked well or taken out. I don't know why they took Anything Goes out for the rest of the set. Though they played it for till October 25th of '09. I don't know why they played it for so long, and then they took it out, and then they kept Dog Eat Dog, played that for 2 months, and then they took that out. Well, they played Dog Eat Dog for 2 months alone, I should say. They did play it quite a bit in '09 with Anything Goes. And then they took that out, and in 2010 they just played High Voltage, which I was okay with it. But I always wonder what makes them take out songs, replace them with something else, and why they choose certain ones in the first place. It's got a blues melody. Yeah, I think Anything Goes and Rock the Blues Away are kind of similar vibe to it. But I love all your guys' number 5s. Speaking of Rock the Blues Away, that is my number 4. I just listened to that song last night. I'm like, this is really good. Fun fact, Case, that you are correct. Case and I both met under a high voltage comment section. And that's how Case got to visit the channel, and that's how we became, I would say we're pretty close friends at this point. Oh, you're talking about Rock and Roll Thunder? I do. I agree with you, Kurt. I didn't, like I said, I was confused on which way we're going with. Um, let's see what you guys said. Tyler said Dogs of War, so underrated. I agree. Case and Charlie have play ball at 4. I don't mind that. So right there's 7 ties. So we need one more to break the all-time tie record of an album as a whole. I have 2 ties, and they're both with Case. Rock the Blues Away is also very good. I have it at 4. Simple basic chords, but I love the chorus. The song has an awesome feel. I agree with you, Tyler. Dogs of War is very... We haven't tied yet? Well, we got 3 more songs to do, and 2 of them I know you and I both still have in. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what your third song would be though. I don't remember your list clearly enough to have to go back and see. Oh, he didn't say this song yet. Oh, actually, I think I do. Ain't nobody gonna tie with my number 3. Probably not, because you probably pulled something out of your ass like Well, you probably put Baptism at 3, since the rest of us already said it. It's my guess. Honestly, I really thought some of you would put the title track lower. No, the title track has always been a minimum top 3 for me. It's never going to go outside the top 3. War Machine. So Kurt, War Machine is really good. I will give you that. War Machine is. What did I have it ranked last week? I had War Machine at 3, and it's definitely a top 5 on the Black Ice. But War Machine, that's so difficult to rank the songs, like, in general, because I don't know what I would even have in my top 10 at this point. I know what my top 3 would be. I don't know what my top 10 would be. But War Machine is really good, I'll give you that. You put it at 12, yeah, Charlie, because you're insane, that's why. I had Rock and Roll Dream at 12. What'd you say? Here's hoping. Yeah. So yeah. Let's go to number 3. Number 3, I have the title track, Rock or Bust. It'll never go outside the top 3. It's a great song, amazing opener for the tour. I don't think they could have picked a better song to open up on the tour with. It just fit perfectly. Tyler's got Play Ball. Case has got Misadventure. Charlie's got Rock and Roll Thunder, so no ties. And the way it looks, Case put Misadventure. I like Hard Times way better than Misadventure. I like Emission Control way better than Misadventure. All different. All of our number 3s are different. I love Rock or Bust is great. I just like 2 songs more. You spelled blunder wrong? No, he didn't. Thunder deserves to be capitalized and spelled correctly. There ain't no such thing as blunder, Case, in us good musically favored people. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I said this sentence so messed up. It's been a long week. I hope they put Rock and Roll Thunder, not Runder, in the Dallas show just to piss Case off. Just for one show at Dallas, they take out Stiff Upper Lip and they play Got Some Rock and Roll Thunder. That would be funny. And then they take it back out and put Stiff Upper Lip back in. Yeah, Charlie, like I said, it's been a long week, so I'm slipping. I'm slipping up. You have to add a Black Ice to the top. I think Black Ice, the song or the album, because I think both of them. The only thing I have with the album is like the bottom quarter is just okay. Now the song Black Ice is definitely a really good one. But you guys would be interesting to see where I have Black Ice ranked as a whole album. I think you guys are going to be surprised with my album rankings for next week. So my number 3 again, Rock or Bust. You had Misadventure, Play Ball, and Rock and Roll Thunder. You talking about the song? Yeah, it's definitely a really good one. Number 2, I have Got Some Rock and Roll Thunder. I really liked it live. I've always liked the song. Rock and Roll Thunder is really good. So I have it at 2. It does. You're right, Tyler. It does. It fits everything that has to do with it. If it's a DC song, you're right. Charlie's got Rock the House at 2. That's unexpected. Case is probably going to pull something out of his hat. We're normally never that far off, Tyler. You're right. Even if we don't tie, we're typically like one spot or two different with certain songs. I don't think we're going to break the tie now. I think it's going to stay at 7. I still don't know, Tyler. I'm still lost of what song hasn't been said yet. Oh, yeah, I do. I know what your number 1 is now. But we'll get to that. Case says Rock the Blues Away at 2, which means I know what his number 1 is, and I think I know what Tyler's number 1 is. You guys should know what my number 1 is at this point. But Rock the House is interesting. Rock the Blues Away is good, I just couldn't put it higher than 4. At least for me. So yeah, for me, Rock and Roll Thunder has always been one of my favorites, and when they brought it out live, which made me love the song a lot more, that's why it sits at 2. It's just great. I listened to the studio version of it last night again. It's just really good. So I guess we can go to number 1 since there's only 1 left. My number 1's Play Ball. Always will be. It'll never go out of the number 1 spot. I love the song studio. I love the song live. Play Ball is just the best one off the album. That's what I was thinking, Tyler. I figured that's what it would do. Baptism by Fire. God. I knew that was coming, Case. Are you going to be back for the Power Up rankings? Case, be back soon. Yeah, Baptism by Fire was never going to be in the top 5 for me. Charlie's got Rock or Bust at 1. Respectable. I would have put it at 1. So, Kurt, Landslide they played once. I have it on the channel. But yes, they played Landslide only one time. I really wanted to put Thunder at 1, but Play Ball is just... it blows everything else out. I love the song live. I love the song studio. Play Ball is just short, sweet, to the point. It just does what it needs to do in a short amount of time. Kind of like Get It Hot. Get It Hot and Play Ball are kind of similar to me, where they're under 3 minutes, but they do everything perfectly in a short song. Yeah, Kurt. Actually, I don't know if I can put the link if you wanted to hear it. Let me find it real quick. I don't know if I can put a link in my chat, but let me find it. Let's see, copy. I don't know if that went through. But yeah, Kurt, if you want to check it out, there's the audio of it on my channel if you want to listen to it. But yeah, they played Landslide only one time in Indianapolis, 1983. But Charlie, yeah, I agree with you. I'm glad you agree with me about Play Ball. And Rock the Blues Way, it is a fun song. It has a really good vibe to it. So, Rock or Bust, interesting rankings from you guys. It's always fun to see that. If the link works, let me know. If you were able to visit the link and it takes you to the video or the audio. So, it works? Cool, thanks Charlie. Thank you for letting me know if it actually went through. You can play that whole album. Flick of the Switch is a really good album. Period. From start to finish. There's like nothing in that album that is filler material. But, okay, we're gonna move the power up now. This is going to be. Hopefully, Case comes back, though. I don't want him to miss this, because I don't want him to miss my number 12. But how'd you guys feel about the surprise of Power Up? I think the album is great. I don't think there's any, like, filler songs on this album at all. Um, it was hard to rank, because I really liked the album itself. I agree with you, John. Not one filler song. Now, there is some, obviously, that I like more than others. But I don't hate any song on this album, period. Like, any of these songs come on, they're great. This was the first album I really remember, like, pre-ordering and waiting for it to show up to listen to. Because of course you had it on, like, Spotify and stuff like that. But I didn't. I waited till the record, because I bought the record and the CD. And I waited for the CD to play, because I don't have a record player, so I had to wait till the CD came so I could listen to it. And I remember when they released that first snippet of Shot in the Dark, like the teaser part, I thought that was blew my mind away. And then when they released Shot in the Dark, the video, and I listened to that, I was like blown away. It is. Power Up is a great comeback album. From at that point after Rock or Bust, no one knew what was going to happen. No one knew if Brian was going to come back after his hearing problems. No one knew, Cliff retired. Like, nobody had any certainty of what was going to happen. So, and then of course during 2020, when the world needed music the most, during the whole COVID bullshit, they released an album that was amazing, which everyone needed. My top five, I definitely had to think it through. I think, yes, Tyler, exactly. They gave us a masterpiece when everyone was in a need for something, and they came through with it. But my top five is interesting. I think two out of the top five I think are going to be surprising to you guys that I have in there. I think. Um, I think my number 12 is going to be surprising. I used to like my number 9 song a lot, and then it went down quite a bit in ranking for me. But I wonder if Case will come back. I don't want him to miss this. I do not want him to miss my number 12. You guys are going to hate it. You guys are going to hate me for my number 12. But I'm going to wait a couple minutes if Case comes back. Hopefully. Because I really don't want him to miss this. This is one I know he was hyped for. He can go back. Let's go. Okay. If you want to, we'll do that. So my number 12. I don't get the hype over the song. I have Realize at 12. I've never been a real fan of Realize. I know, so you guys are surprised. Realize, I just, like I said, it's great. The whole album's great. It's just the song that I would least listen to. I told you guys are going to be surprised. I think you're going to be surprised with a lot of things. Systems Down, nah, I like that song way better than Realize. Now, Rejection at 12, I don't hate that. I like the song, but I don't hate that. You guys are probably just blown away that I put Realize at 12. That is your most shocking pick to date. You're right, it probably is. I think out of all of the song rankings, Yeah, it's not as a strong song. But obviously I like it better than Realize because I have Realize at 12. Um, how would you or any of you be able to follow me? If you have a channel, Kurt, we can. If you have a channel on YouTube, we can check you out. Like check the channel out. Um, that's the only way you can really follow someone on YouTube is if you like sub to their channel per se. I'll have to check it out after the stream if you do. No, Shot in the Dark. That will never go outside minimum 5. It would never go beyond 5 at the minimum. That would have been a crime. Case said I'd have Shot in the Dark at 12 because I told him I said you're gonna hate my number 12, and he assumed I was gonna put Shot in the Dark at 12. I'm like you're insane. If anyone puts it lower than 5, you're that's criminal. Case would do something like that. But no, I got Realized at 12. Again, I've never understood the hype over it, I think. And I don't understand why people would want that song played live. I don't think I would want to hear it live. Honestly. I would prefer to hear some other songs live. Um, but we'll see. Number 11, I had a Rejection. So I wasn't too far off of you, Tyler. Sometimes links from other people in my chat don't like show up, so I don't really know about that. Case has 12 systems down. Well, you just came back for 11, Case. I had, at 11, I had Rejection. No, I agree. It's showing it went through. Let me see. Let me go here on my. Hold on, I gotta catch up here. Tyler said 11 code red. Case said systems down at 11 code red at 12. Charlie put Witch of Spell at 11. Now that's a crime. I'm sorry, but that's a crime. I don't see anything in this message. Why is there a message that's held for review? Oh, it's Case's message. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't get behind. I don't know why your link isn't working, Kurt. I don't see anything in there that's holding it. So I don't know. Yeah, Case, I had realized at 12. That was the one that I said that you were gonna hate me for, but I had realized at 12. But Witch of Spell at 11 is more criminal than Realize at 12. But that's just me. Yeah, just comment it under the video. Not in the chat. Just put a comment on the live stream channel, the video itself, and then we'll check it out. So yeah, my number 11 is Rejection. Again, it's a good song. It's a great song. It's just not as strong as the rest of the album, in my opinion. Number 10, I have Code Red. This is a song I thought I was gonna put at 12, like a while back. Um, but it's definitely better than 12. Tyler put Systems down. Charlie and I have tied a Code Red. Yeah, see, Case's lists are always like washed. Like, as soon as he starts a list, it's already done. Like, whatever Case has to say the rest of the night doesn't matter. Because Wild Reputation is definitely, for me, it's a top 5 song for me. But I mean, I get it. It's a short song. I think it's in the 2 minute. Is it 2 minutes or three? Let me look that up, actually. Wild Reputation is 2 minutes and 56 seconds. So it is under 3 minutes. I guess I like the songs that are short. Get It Hot, Play Ball, Wild Reputation kind of fits into that category. Listen here, Case, maybe you're kind of ass. How about that? Maybe you're the problem, not me. Nah, we'll get to that. Case, I'm just messing with you. The Code Red, it's a good song. I know you're kidding. So am I. I'm just messing with you. What else did you guys say? I'm blows ass. Well, maybe you do too. Um, Charlie put Code Red. We tied. Tyler put Systems down. Is that what he said? Yeah, he said might be a little low. 10 Systems down. I like Systems down. I think it's a lot better than most people think. That's all we. Yeah, Tyler, that's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to have fun. I like to be sarcastic. I like to, nothing in here. Unless I see someone legitimately being a dick for no reason, then I'll throw them out. But I know you guys are just full of jokes and fun, so I don't care, and I give it right back to you guys. So just expect that. Just know if you're messing with me, I'm gonna mess with you back. So I don't, I don't, I don't put up with people who are being complete assholes for no reason on the channel. I'll block the people. I'll remove their comments because there's not that I care about it. It doesn't hurt me personally. But that's not what my channel's for. My channel's not for people who just want to completely just be dicks for whatever reason. Like I said, it doesn't hurt me personally. I could care less, but I'm not having it. You know, that's why I like you guys. You guys are fun, joking around, things like that. Anyway, number 9. My number 9 used to be my number 1 when it first came out, but not today. My number 9 is "Kick You When You're Down." I would I would never be mad at you. I was just busy. If you were messaging me like constantly, I was busy. I didn't get back. Was better at 1. I had it at 1 when I first heard the album, but it's not a number 1 song for me anymore. But yeah, 9, "Kick You When You're Down." Tyler's got "Money Shot." Case's got "Mrs. Time," and then Charlie's got "Rejection" at 9. He literally broke. I mean, yes, Case has "Through the Mist of Time" low, but I kind of have respect for it. I mean, that song for me didn't even break the top 5. Yeah, Charlie, that song didn't break the top five for me. Money Shot's good. Tyler, I don't hate that at number nine. Like I said, I don't hate Through the Mist of Time. I just don't have it in my top five. But Case, you guys should know this by now. Like what next week when we get to the album rankings, Case is gonna have probably the most wild list at number. Money Shot is good, really good. It's harder to rank when there are no fillers. Exactly. It is hard. It's like trying to rank Flick of the Switch. It's difficult. Kurt already gave his number one. We're not even there yet. We're only at number nine. Nope, so we know Kurt's number one when we get to number one. He's jumping the gun. He's ready. That or we're taking too long for him, but I can take as long as I want. Probably. You don't hate it either? Yeah, I don't. Demon Fire at 1 isn't a bad choice. It's not my number one, but it's up there. When I get to my Demon Fire number, I will explain to you about Demon Fire that you guys probably won't understand that. I mean, at least you guys will feel a little bit glad that I switched my view on it. Yeah, Kick You When You're Down. It was my number one when the album first came out, and then I kind of started liking a lot more songs more. Number 8, I have Money Shot at 8. Great song. I wish I could have put it higher, but I couldn't. Charlie's got No Man's Land. Casey's got Kick You. I have Money Shot. Tyler's got. Yeah, you're good, Kurt. No problem. You had the tracks swapped. You did because we had them in flip flop spots. Again, it's a different song, so that's why you like it. I mean, like I said, Kicking Wiener Down, like I said, used to be my number one, but then I started listening to the album more and more and more as it was released, and I just like many more songs above it. So what'd you and Kay say? Oh, you guys say Kick You. Charlie's got No Man's Land. That's criminal as well. It's really different. It is. It really is. One of these days, I maybe on another stream. I want to know what your guys is like. It doesn't have to be a ranked top five, but like a top five of your favorite other bands some night. I would like to know what kind of other music you guys are into. But we'll do that on another stream. I have No Man's High. So do I, Tyler. So do I. Yeah, it would hurt you, Charlie. Maybe you'll be sent to No Man's Land someday for doing that. Okay, I think some other night. Maybe we'll do that maybe before the album rankings next week. We'll get to that. I'm interested if I can talk. I'm interested in knowing what other bands you guys like at some point. Maybe like a quick discussion about that before we jump into the stream topic. I don't remember what your two and three. I don't remember what your favorite bands are. I don't think I told you guys any of my favorites other than DC. Which some of them I think will surprise you. Like I said, it doesn't have to be ranked. It can just be 5, and we'll just go through them. Queen and Rush. Maybe we'll talk about that quick after the album rankings. Maybe we'll talk about it. Tyler, I'm gonna agree. I don't agree with Case that they blow. I have just Rush. I can understand. I have never ever gotten into Queen, but we'll get to that. Number 7, I have Systems Down. What do you guys said here? 7, I said Systems Down, Wild Reputation, Criminal, Realize, too high, Money Shot, about right. Yeah, you guys are down. I am actually writing a couple of these other bands down. Now, when we get, we're gonna talk about that. I think um, after the album rankings, quick, if you guys want to. We'll get to that. I don't really hate any of your choices. Maybe Wild Reputation is a little low for me, but it's okay. I respect that. My whole stream this time. No, I want to actually. Well, I really want to mention about some of the other bands. I think after we get done with Power Up, for whoever wants to stick around. But yeah, number 7, Systems Down. I don't mind. I don't mind any of your choices really. Number 6, I have Mr. Time at number 6. Number 6, Rejection, Money Shot. I love the love for Rejection, by the way. I don't think I'm gonna tie. I only tied once so far. So track 6 from Graham's pick, and you have 6 for Realize. I don't know. I have it at 12. I know it's wild, but I do. So Realize, again, I don't hate it. I don't hate your pick at Realize for 6. That's where I expect most people would have it towards the front. Rejection, I actually like the love for Rejection at 6. Money Shot, again, I don't hate the placement of that. I think you guys all have respectable number 6s in their own way. Through the Mist of Time, for me, the video of that song is really like, it's really emotional at times, like for the average person. Like I can't say emotional as in like crying emotional, but it's like heartfelt, I guess I should say, because it goes back to all the old pictures, and it has like a feeling of end to it. I wish I could have put it in the top 5, but I couldn't. Not with the other 5 songs that I have listed in there. But what do you guys think about Through the Mist of Time's video? Be honest, not necessarily. I mean, it definitely hit home. I wasn't crying my eyes out by any stretch. But it definitely hit the feelings. I'll be honest with you, it definitely hit hard to the heart because this band is very, very meaningful to me. Like, it definitely hit home. Like I said, I get attached to things on a personal level. And this band and their music to me is at that personal level. Um, and when I saw that, it definitely hit the emotions and the feelings for sure. But it definitely feels like everything is coming to an end when you watch that. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like the end is near, which was a perfect video for it, by the way. It fit the song great. Exactly. I love how they incorporated a lot of old photos and a lot of like they gave credit to almost to everybody. And also I think it was almost a tribute to Malcolm and Bond. It seemed like a little bit. At least that's how I got the feeling of it. And I think it had like that. And then when you see like things like the pillars crashing, I think it was. Then you see the bell and the cannon laying there. It just felt like everything was except Dave Evans. Yeah, he doesn't need to be on there. Let's be real. He doesn't need to be there. And the guys that are in the video are the only ones who deserve really to be in that video. To be honest with you, I mean, you got to have the core 5 and Bond in there. Like that's all you really need. He was the museum. He thinks he claims he can sing better than what Brian can now. I'm like, shut up. I'm like, you can't sing. There's a reason why they got rid of you after a couple singles because you suck. That's why Malcolm and Angus got rid of you because you sucked. Yeah, Dave Evans is an idiot. King of all jackasses. You're right, Case. You're right. All right, so yeah, my number 6 is The Mist of Time. Really good video, great song. I was the same way, Kurt. Like I wanted to, like I could feel the emotions building up, but I just couldn't. No, you're fine, Tyler. I don't mind getting off topic from time to time. But yeah, my number 6 was Through the Mist of Time. Number 5, Witch's Spell. That song I would love to hear live. If they brought that on the North American leg, I'd be okay with hearing it. But I got Witch's Spell at 5. Tyler, we tied. No Man's Land at 5 for Case. You're good, Charlie. Witch's Spell is just really solid. At least to me, it is. Angus, how are you? You're good. See, Tyler. See, every time they see streaming, you're in here. They just assume the stream and bootleg king of high voltage rock and roll is the man. Everyone wants to come see you. No, you're good. We're finishing up on the power up ranking of our song rankings, and you can always go back and listen to it. I need to figure out. I don't know if any of you know, but I need to figure out how to add the chat on my screen, on the stream screen. I need to start doing that so people can actually see the comments. I don't know how to do it though. Tyler, I don't know if you know how to do it, but I can ask you later. Yeah, I'll message you because I want to add it to the background of the stream. I don't want the stream to be just simply the chat, but I want to incorporate it into the stream background somehow. I want to start doing that starting next Friday, I think. Charlie had a wild reputation. That is more respectable. No Man's Land of 5, that's respectable. Cool. I'll message you, Tyler, at some point coming up before next Friday. Well, that's your opinion. Now, granted, um, I've listened to the Pretty Reckless's albums. There's only a couple songs I like from them. No, you're good, Kurt. You're good. What'd you say, Tyler? He's got. What did Case say? You were my favorite. Yeah, what are you talking about? If I'm your favorite, Tyler should be above me because he shared a ton of those shows with me. Yeah, if I'm your favorite, Tyler should be at least number 1.1. I should be 1.2. Because everybody and their brother has shared shows with me, so everything I have, everybody else has already had. Now, granted, some people may not have uploaded them yet, but like for example, like the Dublin show that I'm uploading now, I don't see very many clips of that. So things like that, I like to see, that I put out there. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, because obviously it does. I just, some things that I upload, I don't see a lot of. Yeah, we're all in the community together. None of us recorded any of the bootlegs, Case. If I would have known, I'm glad I got to 1,000 too. I never thought that was gonna be possible. I just started doing it for fun. Here I am doing streams now every Friday for all you people. But no, if I knew who recorded the shows, yeah, Kurt. If I knew who recorded the shows, I'd give them credit. But most of the shows you don't know who originally recorded it. He does deserve more. I don't think I deserve more. I mean, I appreciate that, but I'm not doing anything more special than the next person, you know? Anyway, let's get back to the list. Yeah, I don't. I don't. Most of my boots, I don't have, like, the notes. So, if I would, I would give credit to everybody. But, Tyler, I can't remember what the hell you shared with me, what you did, and also I'd put your name down on all my descriptions, but I can't remember what I got from who. I should have started writing them down. Does that make me a bad person? Nah. Anyway, let's get back to the list. Number 4, I have Demon Fire. Great song. One of the most underrated. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't remember. Angus, that's a new one. Kevin is in here now, too. Kick you when you're downs at 4. Charlie, you and I tied at Demon Fire. Demon Fire is great. I think they picked a great song to play at the third slot in the set. It is. It's really good. So going back to Demon Fire, when I first heard the album, I thought Demon Fire was the worst song. when I first heard it, when it first came out. How you doing, Kevin? So it was funny because when I first heard the album, I thought Demon Fire was a disaster. Um, and then I started listening to Demon Fire more, and then when they played it on the tour, it brought me a whole new love for Demon Fire. I did. I thought Demon Fire was the worst when I first heard it, and now it's one of the best. That's amazing. I didn't get to see it for the first time when it first was putting out there. I love Demon Fire live. I think it worked perfect. I'm kind of glad they didn't, Angus. If you weren't here, but I had realized ranked at 12 out of 12 when we started the album ranking. I just never cared for it. I'm kind of glad they don't play it, but that's just my opinion. If You Want Blood is a great opener. That's another idea we could talk about is concert openers. Which ones we thought were our favorites. Which ones would have worked better. Which ones we would have rather seen. See, I'd rather have them play like Witch's Spell or Wild Reputation or No Man's Land. Rejection would have been an interesting one. But yeah, Demon Fire is great. Charlie and I tied on that one. Number three. Number three, I have Wild Reputation. Great song. I also agree. I agree with you, Case. I think Sin City could be removed, and I wouldn't be upset by it. Witch's Spell at 3, Demon Fire at 3. I have Wild Reputation. Kevin's got Witch's Spell at 3. Um, Charlie, I am dropping Sin City. I would rather prefer to hear like if they would replace Sin City with another Power Age song, for example. I would much rather hear Damnation or Gone Shooting over Sin City. They've just played Sin City way too much. So I would be perfectly fine if they dropped Sin City. We got stuff all over the place. We will talk about the opening songs at some point, but we're still. Tonight is basically we're just finishing ranking a power up. Now, some stream we will talk about song openers, um, but that won't be tonight. So Angus had realized Charlie had kicked you. Case had Witch's Spell. Kevin had Witch's Spell. Tyler, what did you say? Demon Fire. And I had Wild Reputations. Wild Reputations has always been a favorite of mine since I heard it. Um, so it's been a long week, Case. Okay, leave me alone. Number two, I have No Man's Land. I love the intro to No Man's Land. It almost sounds bagpipish, if that makes sense. I would really like to know how that's played. Like No Man's Land played in the beginning. But I have that at number two. Wow. This version's Rock and Roll Train Classic. Yeah, that album cover is definitely an interesting choice. I will give you that, Angus. It's definitely an interesting choice. Four-way tie. I guess I'm on my own then at number one. What do you guys have at number one over Shot in the Dark? That's kind of wild to me. Um, but I guess I'm on my own. I don't know because my number one Shot in the Dark. I know it's the most generic thing I could have said. Um, but on the album, Shot in the Dark has always been my number one. I know. I probably said the most basic song choice I could have put at number one. Rosie is good. You guys have to do the Mr. Silent one. Demon Fire. Demon Fire. I have Shot in the Dark. I didn't really tie with that. I only had 3 ties this album. It is different. I will give it that. I just like the thing is the reason I didn't have Mr. Time in the top 5 is because I liked Wild Reputation and No Man's Land way more. Demon Fire is great. Code Red. That's good. That's a cool choice, Kurt. It's an interesting choice, by the way. I had Code Red at 10. I hated putting it that low, but I did. Code Red doesn't get enough love, for sure. Systems Down is also one that doesn't get enough love, for sure. Demon Fire, Baptism, Shake a Leg, Brain Shake. You like the fast ones, Case. I'm starting to understand that. You like the faster songs. And I like a lot of the songs that are shorter. Like I like the Play Ball, Wild Reputations, Get It Hot. I think I like a lot of the shorter ones. So that was fun. Your guys' lists were definitely interesting, to say the least. Yeah, I had to put Shot in the Dark at one. It was the first song I heard. It was kind of personal for me because that was the first like single I remember it physically actually like waiting to hear. Um, I don't really remember much about Rock or Bust when it came out because I was obviously in 2014. I was 16 years old. I wasn't like in depth with them as much as I was. No, you're good. Angus joined late, so Sync the Pink was a good one. But next week, for any of you who want to join me next Friday, um, we're going to be ranking the albums in our own personal rankings. So everyone, make sure you have your albums ranked. Gone Shootin' is great. House of Jazz. Where did I have that ranked? I had that at number 9 out of 12. Obviously, if you guys don't know, Satellite Blues is my favorite off. Stiff Upper Lip, followed by Stiff Upper Lip, Meltdown, and Safe in New York City. But yeah, next week, get your albums ranked, because we're going to go over that. Um, and then the week after that, we are going to start February 28th. We will start the song battles. So there's 94 matchups, 188 songs. Each matchup was randomly selected, and we are going to determine, out of your guys' voting, when we go between each matchup, what is, according to you guys, the best song. And like I said, each week it'll be lower matchups until we get to number one. And like I said, they're all going to be randomly selected to go up against each other, so there's no favoritism, things like that. So that's what you can expect probably for the next couple weeks is going to be the album rankings and then the song battles, which will be fun. We could better discuss this next week, but don't you feel like Power Up is kind of special? I mean, Charlie, it is. It's a special one. I mean, I'll give you that. We can talk about it next week when we rank the albums, because I'm going to give you reasons of why I have each album ranked. Case, if you want to stick around for it, I have probably about another 10 minutes or so. We can talk about some of, I would say, a couple other, yeah, we can talk about some bands that we like real quick. If you want to stick around for it. So my number 5 spot, now again, they're not really ranked. I'm going to just throw a couple of them in here at number 5 that most of these are pretty much just selective songs that I like, not really full board. Most of these other bands that I like, realistically, are more just song selective rather than album selective. Does that make sense? Because I've listened to a lot of these bands' other albums, and there's just some that I just like certain songs rather than albums, if that makes sense. But so like towards the bottom, like my number 5-ish spot, like if I would have to rank them, which I'm not, like, again, I'm not ranking them, but for example, like before I get to the top 4 that I listen to a lot, you got Heart. Heart. I think Ann Wilson is probably the best female vocalist in rock. That might be a hot take, but I think Ann Wilson is above the rest when it comes to female vocalists. I know, I love Heart. Now again, I haven't listened to everything of theirs. I mean, I like a few things. I'm gonna try to dive into some more of their stuff. Um, but Crazy on You and Magic Man are just perfect. My case, I've never listened to the Sex Pistols, Angus, to be honest with you. Case, my dad is a huge Ozzy and Black Sabbath. He did not like Black Sabbath when Ozzy left. When the Dio era of Black Sabbath came in, my dad didn't quite care for it. But my dad loves the Ozzy years of Black Sabbath and his own stuff. I mean, I listened to a few songs of Ozzy, but I was never big into him. But no, I've never listened to the Sex Pistols. I've heard of them, but I've never listened to anything of theirs, to be honest with you. That's true, he didn't. Yeah, I like Heart. I don't even know why I have this band in here. I literally only know one song from Bush, but I have Bush in that number 5 slot with Heart. Um, I got, and then I don't know if you ever heard of Rev Theory either, but I know a few songs of them that I like to listen to. What about OK Go? Never heard of them. You love Queen? I just can't get into Queen. I, I'm so, I'm sorry. I just don't care for Freddie Mercury. I know. I have nothing against Queen as a band. I just have never. No, they don't. No, like I said, Queen. Everyone has their own taste. I've never gotten into Queen, and I can't really get into Queen really. Tyler, what's your favorite Queen song? I don't know. basically, I don't really know much about Queen and their songs. I just things I do hear from Queen, I just can't get into. But what's your favorite Queen song? Case, you're ranking. I'll look your channel up when I get done with the stream tonight and I get some extra time. I gotta do a few things tonight yet. Blue Oyster Cult. I have heard of them. Fear the Reaper is really good. But again, I don't listen to a lot of Blue Oyster Cult either. Yeah, no problem, Kurt. I'll look you up then. But yeah, I know, like I said, I know Fear the Reaper, but that's about the only Blue Oyster Cult song I know. Okay, so I think Airborne and Accept and what else did you say? I think they're all AC/DC-ish sounding. ZZ Top, Sharp Dressed Man's really good. Give Me All Your Lovin's really good. Tush is really good. LaGrange is pretty good. Stevie Ray Vaughan. I can't say I've listened to him either, Charlie. Foo Fighters are they're good. There's Monkey Wrench, and I'm naming the most basic shit because that's all I know from them. Because I don't listen to a lot of these in depth. Um, Hero is that the title? Hero. Foo Fighters Hero, maybe. Um, another band that's got to be in the list is Metallica. I mean, they're great. Yes, I did. Airborne still isn't in like the top five for me though, Case. But Metallica's good. There's a lot of like their 72 Seasons song is good. Lux Eterna, Darkness Had a Sun, The Unforgiven, um, Until It Sleeps. What else do I got in this playlist of theirs? Um, Hardwired. I like their covers of Turn the Page and Whiskey in the Jar. That's also good. Of Metallica. We got Nothing Else Matters, Sad But True. They always, my brother, every time he goes to a Metallica concert, which that's one of his favorites, he always sends me the video of them playing It's a Long Way to the Top. Because I don't know much about them, Case. The only Airborne songs I know, really, is Running Wild, Too Much Too Young, and Stand Up for Rock and Roll. Those are the only really three songs I know from them. Yes, I listened to the playlist you sent me. I've heard of Wasp. Yeah. Um, another. No, this is Rage Against. I've heard of them. I can't say I've ever listened to them, Angus. Yeah. Another band I might don't mind listening to. I don't like the really heavy stuff, but like Five Finger Death Punch, I've grown to like. Um, I like a lot of their regular rock sounding stuff, not really their hard screaming stuff. Um, but I do like some Five Finger stuff. Never heard of Drowning Pool. Any Kiss? No, I can't say. I don't care for Kiss at all. Their most annoying song is Rock and Roll All Night. That's literally all they fucking say in that song. I can't stand it. Your Big Lemmy? I haven't listened to a lot of Motorhead. The only song that I've recently heard of. Oh, I know that song. I just didn't know it was Drowning Pool. So the only song from Motorhead that I've listened to is Ace of Spades. Can you now, Case? Iron Maiden. I've never really got into Iron Maiden. I know they're great, but I've never really got into them. Yeah, Lemmy did have his own voice. Rest his soul. Wait, no. Lemmy died, right? Right? Korn. Yeah, I never got into Korn. I thought so. Yeah, Lemmy. Rest his soul. People loved him. Lemmy even liked Angus. Yeah, I don't like Korn. Another band that recently changed singers due to, since I know Case is gonna, he hates me for this. Um, but Def Leppard. I know some songs of them. Never got into Def Leppard though. Rolling Stones, Steel Panther. They did, Tyler. Rolling Stones. No, I honestly I can't really stand the Rolling Stones, to be honest with you. I think I've heard of Steel Panther. I just don't think I've ever listened to them. But Case is gonna hate me because he hates when he looked at my playlist I sent him. Um, he doesn't like this, but rest Chester Bennington. But I do like me some Linkin Park. I don't know if that's bad for me to admit. Um, but I yeah, I'll see you, Tyler. I don't mind Emily singing for Linkin Park. I think she does a good job. I actually like some of the new songs they released on that From Zero album. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, I only got a couple more minutes and then I gotta go too. Um, yeah, I do. I don't know if that's bad for me to admit, but I do. No problem, Angus. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, well, I guess we'll just end the stream now. Anyway, hope to see you guys all next week um, for the album rankings, and we'll go from there. So thank you all for joining tonight. Hopefully I'll see you guys next week. Wait, Kurt, you said who's the girl that sings for Linkin Park? Emily Armstrong. I think she does really good, to be honest with you. Um, a lot of people don't like it, but not everything can stay the same as it always has been. And I think she does well. Kurt, have you listened to any of the new stuff that they put out with her? Before I go, I'll answer that question. Kurt, if you haven't listened, two songs I would immediately start with. The rest of the album's okay. But look up The Emptiness Machine and Heavy is the Crown. Those two are the best two, in my opinion, off that From Zero album that they released. Case, I'm probably gonna play Fortnite tonight if you're into it. I gotta eat dinner yet. But if you want to play some Fortnite, I'll be on. But yeah, Kurt, look up The Emptiness Machine and Heavy is the Crown. Those are really two good ones. Yeah, if you want, like I said, not everybody likes them playing without Chester. Oh, you can't. Damn, Case. Well, if none of the friends get on, I'll get on. But you're good. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I gotta eat dinner, and then I gotta do some other things quick. So, Kurt and Case, since you're still here, thanks for joining tonight. Next Friday, like I said, it's gonna be album rankings. So we're gonna rank the albums. Should be fun. And then after that, it's gonna be the song battles. Hopefully, I'll see you guys next week.